Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to the channel and this pretty little pond that I'm sat beside. So anyway, I want to introduce you guys to my new to me 2006 Lexus GX 470 in this black with silver wheel colorway. I know I excited a few people when I did the video on the 2024 Tacoma, kind of highlighting some of my thoughts and maybe a little review on it, and how I was potentially considering buying a manual gearbox 4-cylinder twin turbo. And as you can see here, I did the exact opposite. We have the Lexus GX 470 with that V8 power plant, pushing out around 270 horsepower. Actually, I got to get back to you on those numbers. I'm mixing that up. But in any case, we have a V8 that guzzles fuel, tows upwards of 7,500 pounds, and can potentially reach 1 million miles. I paid roughly $5,000 for this 265,000 mile motored GX 470. Now, some might argue that that is an insane amount of money to spend for a vehicle with upwards of 250,000 miles or well over. How could you do something like that? Well, that brings me to now I want to speak on the power plant in this monster, which is the 4.7 liter V8, which puts out around 263 horsepower and about 323 foot-pounds of torque, which is about 30 horsepower more and about 3 pounds of torque more than the outgoing generation. I'm sorry, the 2004, and in the 2005 they added some black magic and were able to get those numbers up on the same power plant. But with that being said, this power plant is amazing. I have a friend who has the same power plant in his 2006 Toyota Sequoia and has roughly 470,000 miles on that same power plant. I can't speak for the transmission. I believe it's original transmission, but as far as the motor goes, he's only ever done water pump and timing belt every 100,000 miles. So, hey, speaks volumes to the longevity of this power plant. All right, so as we make our way into the interior, you can see this specific vehicle was reupholstered some time ago. So we have this nice black and tan two-tone upholstery done on the seats, and you can see I have the fabric mat, because as you know, or maybe not know, these vehicles start to crack the dash a couple years after ownership. So with that being said, almost everything in this vehicle functions, which I'm super happy about. And you can see back here, they've reupholstered the rear seats, and I have the third row seats up. Those aren't reupholstered, but they're in perfect condition. All right, guys, this was just a short walkthrough. I just really wanted to introduce you to the new Adventure Mobile. As it stands right now, doesn't look like much, but we have so much planned for this truck, man. I know it's a high mileage GX 470, but I'm hoping and praying we can get another 200,000 miles without any issue. Simple service, timing belt, water pump, all that goodie. So with that being said, as you see it now, first things I got planned for it are a lift kit. So I'm probably going to go with the Bilstein 5100, nothing too crazy. And then I'm going to go with not an aftermarket set of wheels, but a takeoff set of wheels from a TRD Pro Tacoma, or one of the higher trim level Forerunners, or maybe even the FJ Cruiser. I really like that wheel design, and possibly even a new GX 460 wheel. So that's the first step. The second step I have planned here is to get a rear tire carrier, because I think aesthetically it just does this vehicle justice, like on the Prado. So I'll be purchasing, there's a company that makes a rear tire carrier that needs to be bolted to the rear of this trunk. Be probably our second modification we plan on doing. Third is probably going to be a rooftop camper that I've been eyeing for the longest time. So, you know, that's a big one for this overland rig, is getting that rooftop wedge camper and getting it hard mounted to the truck, and being good to go there. But just briefly, I want to show you guys the frame on this car, as this has to be the cleanest frame I've ever seen on any car for that matter. And it's almost 20 years old. So let's work our way down. And right now it's a little sandy because I was driving in the sand a little bit ago. But as you can take a look, this is effectively a Toyota product and almost 20-year-old frame. And as you know, Toyota frames and time don't do well. But this specific frame is almost brand new. Like I can't get over it. There's absolutely no rust with well over 250,000 miles, well over 18 years of ownership, and that's what we have. So some of the other mods I plan on doing are the ARB bull bumper. I'm trying to find one used, so if you guys know anybody selling one, put them in the comment section and maybe we could make a deal work out. And that pretty much wraps it up. You know, I don't want to go too crazy with this build, but I also want something that's really mine, you know what I mean? So that's what I have planned. What I'll probably end up doing today is a little bit of servicing, as you know, I recently purchased it. I'm going to run through all the fluids, oil change, the whole 9 filters. I'll probably even get around to buffing out the paint. As you can see, the clear coat is looks pretty decent, but in some areas, you know, we got that sun fade. I'm gonna see what I can do there, see if I can't get her looking like showroom quality, maybe close to showroom quality within the next couple of days. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it, man. If you guys have any questions or comments, you know, put them down below. You know, I try to reply to everything. I want to be more consistent when it comes to making videos, and I think this is the perfect vehicle to kind of commence my journey here on YouTube. With that being said, have a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching.